You are about to enter the Red and Rev Sports Show experience. Get ready for some real sports talk from some real sports fans who were real sports athletes who have sports knowledge.
Not sure? Okay, now you can hear me. What's up, everybody? Episode 219 is here, and we're ready to go. Well, the college football season has finally come to the end. Georgia and Alabama, what we all expected. We finally gonna see who reigns supreme in the SEC. Oh, we got more Lakers and Hawks talks. I have no idea why. We got more Big Ben talk. I know y'all tired of talking about these teams. But we also got Hall of Fame talk. We got who's the best decider for the Hall of Fame? Should it be the sports writers or should it be the folks that actually played the game? The players, the coaches. Like I say, more NFL picks. The season is winding down. Episode 219. Let's get it started.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Red Rev Sports Show. Red and Coach are coming to you live from the ATL Show. With Armani coming to you live from Virginia and Rev coming to you live from PA, the Keystone State. Nevertheless, we come to you with real sports talk because we are real sports fans who are real sports athletes who have what, gentlemen? Real
sports knowledge.
So hang out with your boys, Red, Rev, Coach, and Armani for episode 219 of the Red and Rev Sports Show. And as is our sports custom, let's give our sports numbers attention to our numerologist, Coach Patrick Thomas. What you got for us for 219, Coach?
Well, keeping up with the theme of staying current, I'm going to a young man who's relatively new in the league, but has come on and proven to be one of the best wideouts, they say, in the NFL. He's been in the league only 2 or 3 years and been a 2-time Pro Bowler. And he wears number 19 for the Minnesota Vikings, Adam Thielen. Minnesota Vikings, 219.
Adam Thielen, who let me down in my fantasy by getting hurt. But Adam Thielen, all right, we appreciate that. That was pretty quick on the fly. I was hoping you didn't try to pull Juju Schuster out of your collection because I was about to say, man, he spent more time on the injured list than he has on the field the past 2 years. So we would have had to veto that one. But
I just feel so limited. No older guys, no Steelers, so I had to go in between.
Well, we appreciate you. We're trying to stretch you because Steelers and older guys are up your repertoire. So we want to stretch you a little bit so that you can expand. Red, we on television, man. Everybody can see your hands and stuff. That's not the greatest for our viewing pleasure. Nevertheless, everybody doing all right?
Yes, sir.
All right. We got a good game to talk about that's happening on Monday night. We look forward to talking about that. But before we talk dope, cope, and NCAA championship, let's say what's up to the Revanite Nation who makes this show what it is. Revanite, stand up. The president has given the VP the permission to slam the gavel. Good morning, Mr. President. Brother Scott is in Chile, Wisconsin. I'm in Chile, Pennsylvania, so I know what that chilliness is all about these days. Good morning to you, Sister Harris. The VP is in the building, and he has now slammed the gavel. And another session of the Red Rev Sports Show has begun. All right. Brother Scott said, I'm watching with 4 Packer fans, and they all are talking about this Aaron Rodgers soap opera. What's up, Packers fans? Thank you for sharing. Stand up, Revanite Nation, checking in from the Bull Weevil Basket Weaving Brigade in Enterprise, Alabama.
Oh, Lord.
Thank you, Mr. President. I hope that your being in Alabama does not give credence to your pick for the Monday night game. We may have to try to impeach you as the president if you go the wrong way. No, I'm just joking. But nevertheless, welcome everybody. Red, you straight, man? You've been setting your camera up the whole show. You ready? Are you ready, brother? All right. Let's go. Joe Black, representing
YouTube sensation.
What's going on, Joe? Glad to have you in Jacksonville, Florida. All right, brothers. Let's get Coach. Here it is. Coach,
here we go. Vincent, it's coming, dog. Stay tuned. It's coming. Just get your jokes in, but it's coming.
Go ahead, Vince. Joe's still in exile. Yeah, we're going to pray for his deliverance, man. One of these days, I'm going to find out how to get him back on Facebook. But nevertheless, thank you, Joe, for being a trooper, tuning in on YouTube. Let's get down to Red and Rev Sports Show business. Y'all know how we get down. we're going to go with our dope, nope, cope moments for this week. We'll start with Red, and we'll go around the horn. Coach, you on deck. What's your dope moment, Red?
My dope moment goes to Travis Schlink. I love how the way he came out and got realistic with his team this week early on his radio interview on 92.9. Pretty much put the fire under them. Didn't really do too much after we got blown out by the Lakers last night, but he pretty much put the team on notice that, hey, I made coaching changes last year. This year, I'm going to make some player changes. So get your act together or you're going to be looking for a new address soon. Not so many words. It was a real passionate interview. Please check it out. Hawks fans, if you haven't heard it, it's on 92.9. You can check it out online. But Travis Schlink gets my dope moment for the week for being a realistic GM and for breaking it down and saying what the players really need to hear. Because I believe them. I really think they don't make any changes. They don't get
Excellent.
All right, Coach, jump on in there. What's your dope moment for this week? And if you could lower your camera, that'd be greatly appreciated so we can see less of the wall and more of your head. All right, what you doping on?
My dope moment goes to Byron Leftwich, who is the first and probably, hopefully, the only candidate to interview for the Jacksonville Jaguars job. It should be a no-brainer. I don't know why you would even think of going anywhere else. But another African-American is getting a chance to be a head coach in the NFL, and hopefully he gets in the interview in right after he finishes. So big ups to Byron Leftwich.
Winning.
So I heard that O'Brien, the OC for Alabama, is interviewing for that job as well.
That Dave O'Brien, all they had to do is say 2 words, and that'll end his thing. Houston Texans. That should end his any kind of chance he got to be in the head coach.
Well, he did lead them to the playoffs a few times. It wasn't that bad, coach, but
nevertheless,
we hope that Leftwich will get the job, especially since he was drafted by the Jaguars in the first place. Yep. So that should go somewhere. Armani, what are you doping on, sir?
I am doping on one OBJ, who is having a phenomenal season with the Rams, proving his innocence in the Browns and Rams, which led him to getting up out of Cleveland and going to LA, proving that it's not all him. You know, they're having their shenanigans over there with Baker Mayfield. So, hey, I'm proud of you, OBJ. Keep doing your thing, man. It ain't all you. You was right. It's not all you.
OBJ.
Oh, yeah. All right. And I am doping on LeBron, leading the Lakers to a 5-0 record when he plays center. So big ups to LeBron James showing Anthony Davis playing center can be done in this NBA. So man up, beef up Anthony Davis, and do what needs to be done in order for the Lakers to get the job done.
Listen, wait.
Oh, yeah. All righty. Coach, what are you noping on?
I'm noping on one man, Glenn Consor, announcer for the Washington Wizards, who made a reference to Kevin Porter's daddy, who was in jail, talking about Kevin Porter, like his daddy, pulled the trigger right at that time, and his daddy was reported pleading guilty to manslaughter and the shooting death of a teenager. Very ignorant comment from you, Mr. Consor. Yeah, you apologize, but why is that even coming out of your mouth, knowing that kid's situation? You really should quit. You know what you really should do. But anyway, I'm noping on him big time.
You have got to be kidding.
That's unfortunate. That's terrible. Armani, what are you noping on, sir?
I am noping on one OBJ, not OBJ, but your quarterback, Matthew Stafford, saying that this has been a successful season. Sir, you're going to the playoffs and you still got to get to the playoffs, to the Super Bowl to win a Super Bowl. They brought you there to win a Super Bowl, man. They didn't bring you there just to have a winning record and go to the playoffs. That's not good enough. The way y'all team is constructed and the way that how many picks that they gave up to get you and OBJ, it's not a successful unless you win it. Go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. That's the kind of mindset you should have, man.
I am open on all the Atlanta Falcons fans who thought that the Falcons were literally going to the playoffs
There
and
you
their
go.
hopes up high,
Wow.
thinking they were going to go to the playoffs. When you look at their wins this year, the best win they have is against a quarterbackless Saints team and the Washington football team, who was well under 500. And there's someone on the panel. I appreciate him bleeding red and black, but he had the audacity to think they were going to beat the Bills in Buffalo. Come on, man. I understand the fandom, but come on, let's be real about this thing. The Falcons deserve to be where they will be beginning on Monday, and that's at home, because you cannot go to the playoffs beating a bunch of scrubs and wasting our time with the playoff berth. So thank you, Bills, for putting the Falcons fans out of their false hope and thinking that they were going to go to the playoffs this year. All right. And Redrick, what are you noping on?
I'm open on Bud Dupree for his Walgreens incident earlier this week. Bud, listen up, dude. You are an NFL player for the Tennessee Titans, the first seed Tennessee Titans. You are not Jason Morgan working for Sonny Corinthos on General Hospital. You are not a paid enforcer, okay? So just because a group of people ask you to go in the store and get crump, don't mean you go in the store and get crump. That's why you got arrested. That's why you bring embarrassment to the Titans this week. Bud Dupree, do us a favor. Stay away from Walgreens, okay? And get your act together. You got a playoff run to get ready for. And you sit here getting arrested in Walgreens over some childish BS. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Nope, Bud Dupree. Nope.
Run, Bud. That's what Red is telling you to do, is run. All right, Armani, what are you coping on, sir?
Oh man, I am coping with Atlanta Falcons GM Terry Fontenot. Listen, Terry, I understand. Well, you and Arthur Smith, because y'all came into a mess, and I know we played some scrubs this year, but regardless, you tried to make it kind of competitive. Still having a losing record, but we won more games than we did last year, so that's a start. So I'm coping with y'all having to deal with Calvin Ridley checking out for the year, Matt Ryan's contract fiasco going on, whether we should trade him or get rid of him. Hey, I'm coping with y'all. I understand what y'all going through. It ain't your fault. So, hey, do as best as you can this offseason so we can be competitive again.
All right. I am coping on the same thing that I just doped on in a different fashion, though. I just doped on LeBron playing center, leading the Lakers to a 5-0 record when he plays center. But I'm coping with the fact that he should not even be able to be 5-0 with the Lakers playing center. That shows that there is a deficiency in center play in the NBA. There is absolutely no way LeBron James would be able to check the likes of Clint Capella in the paint if Clint Capella had a post game. But we see that these guys are getting paid to be specialists, to be rebounders and block shot artists, and just to set pick and rolls. That's why LeBron James in this new NBA can play center and his team still be successful. So I'm coping on the fact that there is just poor post play in the NBA, which allows people like LeBron to flourish as a center in this new NBA. All right, Redrick, what do you know? Coping on, I'm sorry.
I guess it's a happy new year. We got a new year. I'm coping with more sports fantasies coming from more Facebook friends and online rivals. And I'm coping with trying to do my best to stay realistic in this sports world with all of these fantasy sports fans coming up with new ideas and new dreams about their teams in the year. And I'm doing my best to try to be as realistic as possible. So that's what I'm coping on. Red trying to stay realistic among a bunch of dreaming, fanatical sports fans.
were dreaming just a week ago, Red.
About what?
The Falcons.
I didn't think the Falcons were gonna win. I was just gonna choose. I wasn't gonna choose the Bills. I never thought the Falcons were gonna make the playoffs.
Well,
I'm just putting on for the fan base. I got to represent now. That's my team.
okay. All right.
The Falcons are a bad team, and we ain't beat no winning team all year.
Exactly.
We know.
Why would I think we were gonna make the playoffs?
Well, you were trying to be like Jesse Jackson on the down low. You were trying to keep hope alive.
I mean, I guess y'all fell for the okie doke.
I didn't fall for it. I just knew you were just helping yourself get another L in the L column on the prediction when you thought when you picked the Falcons over the Bills. So.
Well, NFL race been over for me a long time ago. I can pick almost every team, so it don't really matter what my picks are.
I got you taking a calculated risk. I got you.
Just calculated risk.
Go ahead, Coach. What's you coping on?
Well, I'm going to take my glasses off for this one.
Uh-oh.
I'm coping on the fact that these rumors that are going to be circulating throughout the offseason and everywhere that Matt Ryan could possibly be the quarterback of the Steelers. If it happens, you'll hear it right now on this show, right at this moment. I will denounce my love affair with the Pittsburgh Steelers that I've had since a long time ago.
Whatever, man.
Absolutely.
Whatever.
100% sick to my stomach every time I see him get under center and either throw an interception, fumble, or get sacked. And then, of all the things, his backup will still be Mason Rudolph. Doom and gloom for the Steelers, Lord. Doom and gloom.
Excellent. Absolutely excellent. Excellent. Absolutely
That ain't right at all. That ain't right at all.
First of all, I swear, didn't you cope on this last week? And second of all, you ain't never gonna denounce the Steelers. So who you fooling, man?
Just like if Mason Rudolph is on the center, same thing.
Okay.
Both of them. I mean, I just be sick to my stomach.
Get ready to be sick because I'm going to start leading the prayer warriors.
Yeah, me too. I hope you come over there because we all know Coach ain't going to do nothing. Coach ain't going to do nothing but buy a Matt Ryan jersey and cheer for him.
You ain't got to worry about that, Coach, because it ain't going to happen. Don't worry.
Yes, hey, it might. What you talking about? It might.
It's not going to happen, Red.
Hey, you can't
look. The fact that it ain't gonna happen let you know what a loser Matt Ryan is. I mean, why would you continuously want to play for a team that you're not going anywhere with? That's what I'm saying. The fact that Matt Ryan's still playing for the Falcons proves what me and Rev been saying about the guy for years and years. He is a loser. A loser. Why are you still playing for the Falcons, dude? You're not gonna win. You're not winning anything. But you continuously come out with these stupid press conferences trying to talk all passionate in the press conference like you got a chance to win. Dude, you are full of crap, Matt Ryan, and all the Matt Ryan fans are full of crap. Team ain't going to ever win with Matt Ryan. He is a joke. He needs to go. And like I just saying, the fact that he's still playing quarterback for the Falcons lets us all know that he is not a winner and he ain't trying to win. Because what fool think you can win with this team right here? What fool think he can win when Julio Jones left and everybody that's been here since 2008 is gone except for one
really
person?
Threatening to leave.
Matt Ryan said y'all watch your clothes and tied. That's all he's saying right now. Just want to make sure y'all understand that.
Well, he's gonna be saying that for your Steelers next year.
All right, gentlemen, let's move forward real quickly. See what Revenite Nation got to say. Coach still has the original.
Nothing much.
Thomas, you part of it too, Thomas. It's okay.
Y'all stop before Coach put us all on a diss track. All right. Sister Harris doping on LeBron playing center and Lakers being 5-0 with him at center. She just want to repeat what her son had to say. I got you. Vincent Woodruff doping on the combined jury and judge of Ahmaud Arbery case. Great sentences, those 3 murderous animals. Vincent makes this a political show from time to time. We appreciate the VP for keeping us in the know of what's going on. Joe Black doping on Dan Quinn turning down the Jags interview. What's up, brother Al Hunter? Glad to have you. Vincent Woodruff doping on Antonio Brown. That ninja done lost his ever-loving mind. This has nothing to do with mental health. Dude is a spoiled brat. Anthony Davis is getting browbeat. This is said, great note, coach. That was awful ignorant on a multitude of levels. He felt uncomfortable saying that. Sounds about right. Yeah. Good morning, Miss L. Yvonne Williams, and thank you for the text. Mom and I are adjusting real well to Pennsylvania. Thank you so much. Brother Joe Black, Urban Meyer, again, blaming someone else for the Trayvon Martin picture used and telling freshmen not to wear hoodies. That's a bad character. Vincent Woodruff laugh out loud at Rev's nopes. The Falcon fans know better. Brother Scott said nope on NFL divas AB and Rodgers. I don't know the whole AB story with Rodgers. We're either seeing his beat up foot or listening to his off the field interviews.
What Rodgers?
And let's see what else we got here. Vincent, okay, Miss Williams giving love to the BP. Super coat by the president's Falcons can't even catch a break. They'll drop it or have it intercepted. Brother Vincent said the Falcons deserve to be on Expedia.com planning their vacation for the summer for sure. Brother President says, dope. I'll admit that AB's exit off the field was epic, rather. I'm going to leave my job like that. I hope you got all your pitching in place before you do something like that. Coach wants to let us see his keyboard. I don't know what's going on with him. I'm sorry, losing yet another legend. One, Mr. Sidney Poitier. Rest in peace, dear sir. They call him Mr. Tibbs. Boy,
I thought this was a sports show.
Vincent is just going all around.
This is a sports show, not an entertainment show. Mr. Rev Knight wannabe. I mean, get it twisted. Stop getting it twisted. Sports. Sports. Not entertainment. Sports. I can come up with entertainment topics. I mean, do I ever use entertainment topics on my dope, nope, and coat?
Red is doping on getting a new connect. He now has a backup deal. I have him on speed dial in case Red acts up on the show again.
Dude, shut up, man. You the one act like you on drugs more than anybody. Shut up.
Red was playing the game he's putting on for this city like Young Jeezy, Joseph, Black Pope, and the fans in his current city going to the game dressed as clowns tomorrow. Vincent Woodruff, coach, is denouncing his fanhood from Steeler Nation when Matty Rice Steeler Patty signs with the nation.
Terrible.
Alexis Hill, don't believe what coach said. He ain't denouncing nobody. Brother President said, bro, y'all had the great Bubby Brister.
Here we go. That's sad.
Facts. I tried to give Bubby a shout out last week. Coach is going to resurrect Brister's name. The Falcons will sign Bobby Boucher. Matty Rice Patty has pulled off the greatest caper since the Great Train Robbery. He's robbing off the blank blind for sure. He is. Matt Ryan stiffer than the pigeon statue. Trust Mike Tomlin. He could win. Ryan.
Shut up, Joe Black. Shut up. No, he can't.
Hey, y'all tripping, ain't you?
Coach, where in the world did you hear that Matt Ryan is going to Pittsburgh? Tomlin isn't going to accept that he'll resign from his coaching position.
I think so too.
What up, brother Russian? And coach is sitting up there posting YouTube links for I don't know who. Vincent, this is a cultural show, Red. Get your act together.
Yeah, just play that sound bite, Rev, and that'll tell you what's going to happen to all y'all.
Red, we don't want to know who Kim Kardashian is dating. He got you right there. He got you.
Oh, yeah. He got me. Ooh, good one.
Yeah, Rev. Press that button to see what's going to happen to all y'all.
All right. Well, let me. I can't do it on this side.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't do it on this side. But I'll try to copy and paste. All right. Coach is going to try to turn into Little Richard. Shut up. Coach, I played the
Oh
YouTube.
boy.
I made
Yeah,
the
I
list.
should be saying
Yeah,
it.
you did, Vincent. You did.
All right, so Coach, y'all go ahead and check out the YouTube link, and we'll definitely see what Coach is talking about. I can't pull it up on my side because I don't have the link on it. All right, but Coach is getting people told by way of YouTube links today. All right, Coach. God bless you. May the Lord bless you real good. Let's move on, man. Let's move on. We got a big game going on Monday night. And this game actually will declare someone the Red Rev Sports Show NCAA Picks champion for this year, a.k.a. the Rev Invitation.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. It doesn't turn to the Rev Invitation. Last year was the
Well, this will be my second year
championship.
not winning anything, so maybe it's too early to call it the Rev Invitation. But nevertheless, we got a game going on. Just to let everybody know, this is really important game because this game will determine who wins the Red and Rev NCAA pick standings. We already know Red is going with Georgia. We already know Armani's going with Alabama. So we will see a point spread or a combined point total will determine who wins if Red does not win it outright. All Red has to do is hope Georgia wins, and Red will be the NCAA picks champion for the very first time. That's all he needs is a Georgia win, and it will go from there. Now, with that being said, we're going to take takes from Coach first, then I'll go, and then we'll see what the persons in the run for the NCAA picks will have to say. And then if there's anybody who would like to come on the show today to talk about your analysis about the game, I will post a number that you can text message me, and I'll send a link to you. And you can come on today's show to talk about the championship game. And then after that, we will pick who we believe will win. All right, Coach, give us some analysis about this game. What you got?
Well, I mean, people start saying that after a while, you've seen somebody enough, you get to beat them, you can beat them. But, I don't know if that's going to be the case because the number one defense in the country, Georgia, got shredded by Alabama when they played. I don't know if it's more of a mind thing now, but it seems like the mind is Kirby can't beat Alabama. And will Georgia's defense rise up and take care of Alabama? They have the possibility to because they're good enough. But Georgia still has the adult film star Stetson Bennett at quarterback, and I just don't think he's enough to push him over the top. I've seen it. You can't be a game manager against that Alabama team when you got a cat like Will Anderson that's in your backfield 24/7 trying to get at you. So I can see it being a good game, but at the end, when Kirby gets in front of the podium and starts to talk about why he lost, people are going to be drinking this. And they're going to say, okay, enough of that. We heard it before. And they're going to take their NyQuil and they're going to go to bed like, I don't want to hear this. We heard this before, Kirby. Thank you for coming. Joe Black. Joe Black, do research now. I want you to do research and see how many titles USC got as opposed to these teams. Who has the most national titles, Joe Black? USC or Georgia? Then you come back on and then you talk. I will do your research before the show is over with. Do your research.
All right, Coach. Joe Black hit Coach below the belt right there.
Yeah. Tell me who has the most the national title between Georgia and USC. And don't make up nothing like you make up your cornbread dressing.
Red, all right. Talk to us now about the game.
What was the exact question, Rev?
Give us context analysis about the game. What you looking for?
Oh, UGA win. That's what I'm looking for.
Expound. How will they do it?
By defense, because I ain't got no trust in that quarterback. I tell you that. So the Georgia UGA defense gonna have to step up. They're gonna have to step up and play a much better game than they did in the SEC championship. I tell you that. So I hope our secondary is ready to perform better than we did last time. Our front seven, you gotta. I know you've been doing it for us all year, but you got to really step up. Look, we built our entire season was built on defense. That's how we won. That's how we got into the position that we did, and we got to win this championship by defense. That's how we got to beat Alabama. We cannot let Bryant. I mean, whatever the clown name is, the Heisman Trophy winner,
Bryce Young.
Clown.
Yeah, Bryce Young, whatever. We can't let him go out, walk out on the field and just be as comfortable as I don't know what. He can't just stand there, see the field, be comfortable. We have got to get that blitz package on this guy. We have got to make him uncomfortable in that pocket. We have got to have him seeing stars out there. And I ain't talking about the stars on the Walk of Fame. I'm talking about the stars from a concussion, okay? We have got to get in his you know what, okay? So look, if my defense show up, Georgia gonna win this game. If Alabama put this game in the hands of Stetson, well, like Coach said, we're gonna be drinking more than NyQuil after the game. I promise you that. It's gonna be something a little bit stronger. But like I say, Kirby, you're not gonna lose to the same guy twice. Twice in 2 games. 3 games, your last 3 games, you're not going to lose twice to the same guy, are you, Kirby? Because if you do, then you're not the coach for this team. You're not the coach for the SEC, and you might need to go and coach Georgia Southern somewhere, dude, because this is your chance. This is it, Kirby. You better lose yourself, man. You better lose yourself like Eminem, because if you lose this game, dude, you're done. Nobody going to have faith in you. We're not going to trust. We don't want to hear no more about your high recruiting classes, okay? All we going to know is that you can beat the chumps, but when it comes to the big-time games, when it comes to Nick Saban, who is big-time and the only big-time in college football, you will cower and you will choke and you will gag, okay? And if you do that, we have no use for you in Athens, Georgia, okay? So it's either win or else on Monday, Kirby. It's all on you, baby. No excuses. Win the game.
Armani, coming from the Alabama perspective, what you got for us?
Well, I'm going to say this.
Where did that elephant come from? That elephant went up there a minute ago.
This Big Al, man. You know, this Big Al right here, man. Hey.
Went up there a minute ago.
Hey, don't let him. It's okay, Big Al. We ain't gonna look. Anyway.
Big Al. What is your little stuffed animal?
Anyway. Honestly, guys, I'm tired of hearing about this. It's always Kirby Smart versus Nick Saban. You know, Kirby Smart, in my opinion, until Kirby start, like I said last week, until Kirby start learning how to put his best players on the field, it ain't gonna work. You got to learn how to control the court. You can't go out here and get the great defense and try and pull a Nick Saban on Nick Saban. It's not gonna work. You know, if you're gonna try to beat him with a good defense, you better have a quarterback with it. Because you know what Will Anderson gonna do. You know we're gonna come get State. We're gonna come get him. We're gonna light him up. We're gonna come get him. Everybody say, "Oh well, blitz Bryce Young, blitz Bryce Young." Y'all don't have the athletes on the outside to blitz Bryce Young because you're gonna get beat deep. I mean, you can try to blitz him, try to get your hands on him, but listen, we all know this is like becoming a Tyler Perry film. Same story every time. So you know, it is what it is, man. If y'all, like I said, if Georgia wins, hey, you know, y'all just with a better team. But if we win, it's like, were we surprised? And all these sports and like Joel Klatt, oh well, Georgia wasn't motivated to beat Alabama in the SEC championship game. Well, Joel, you know I look up to you a lot, and I appreciate your analysis, sir. But how can you not be motivated to beat Nick Saban in the SEC championship game so you don't have to see him no more? If you would have beat us in the SEC championship game, you wouldn't have to see us. You wouldn't have had to deal with us. You'll be playing somebody like a Michigan or a Cincinnati which y'all probably would have blown out. So I don't want to hear those lame excuses, man. We didn't heard this all before. We done seen this all before. If Kirby can't get the job done now, he not gonna never do it until Nick Saban retires. So either for all these Georgia fans out here, either put up or shut up. That should be it.
Well, the Georgia fans are going to have something to cheer about this coming Monday. As I shared my analysis last week, Georgia will have a different attitude. Georgia took on the attitude of his coach the previous game, where Kirby Smart did not come in with the right mindset because he thought that his team was superior than Alabama, and he coached that way. He coached that way by only sending 4, trying to think that his defensive line was the best line ever to play college football, and that's why Bryce Young sliced them up. But there's going to be a different game plan, and I think Bryce Young is going to be very uncomfortable. And understand, Armani, here's where your team is struggling. It's a different ball game when you don't have Messi. He's a stud wide receiver.
And the 5-star, his 5-star replacement isn't
I don't care about anybody else but Messi and Williamson. And I understand these other kids are 5-star. Okay. But Messi is who he is. He's a stud. And let's not act like his loss is not impactful. I mean, let's be real about it. They got the lead. They got the lead in part because Messi was in place. And it's going to be a little bit more difficult. And Georgia's going to send more people to come after him. You're going to see a heavy dose of Nakobe Dean. A heavy dose of Nakobe Dean, the middle linebacker. And he is going to come and bring the pain. The main thing is, can Stetson Bennett do enough not to lose the game? That's the critical question. Because I don't think Georgia will blow Alabama out. I think Georgia will ultimately beat them. But can Stetson Bennett do enough not to lose the game? Not to lose the game.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. Because if we stop them, Stetson got to still make some plays now. We still got to make a few plays on the offensive side unless we just gonna be doing that running back thing. But no, Alabama is gonna force us to make some plays to win. Stetson gonna have to make 1 or 2. I ain't gonna lie, real. Stetson gonna have to pull 1 or 2 passes out his you know what. He gonna have to make some plays like, whoa,
Joseph, y'all said this last time. Y'all said
I'm saying it. He did it against Michigan, which I wasn't worried about.
We ain't Michigan.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Because it's like, hey, look, we gonna stop. Look, we ain't gonna be able to stop real. No Michi, right? I understand they don't have Michi, but this Alabama, man, they'll find some clowns off the street coming in, and we ain't never heard of.
Ja'Cory Brooks is 6'3", running 4.4.
I'm saying, look, I know y'all got depth. Look, Armani, you don't have to start reading down. You don't have to start reading your roster down, okay? We know you guys have depth, okay? Now, Rev said without Michi, it ain't nothing to worry about. I still got a little worry over here because I know it's somebody that we ain't thinking about that can come out and beat us. But it's somebody y'all ain't thinking about that can come out and beat y'all. And Brock, how come I ain't heard nothing about Brock? Stetson, use your weapons, man. Like our money says. See, that's Kirby's problem, man. He do all this recruiting and get all these good players, but he don't know how to use them. What's the point of recruiting all these great players if you ain't going to put them in positions to win? So
Alabama's going to have a huge dose of having to defend the Georgia's tight ends on Monday. And that's where Georgia has its advantage on the Alabama's defense. They got to use Bowers. They got to use Washington. They got Washington. Washington needs to have the game of his life. And don't be surprised if Pickens plays a lot more in this game. I mean, Alabama's going to have to win.
Yeah, like you said, we got all those guys going to have to make some plays.
in the NCAA, and Will Anderson Jr., which I still don't understand how he didn't get the award for the best defensive player with the most sacks, most tackles.
But Armani, you did see how secondary. You did see how Georgia neutralized Hutchinson and that other stud defensive end.
Man, please.
Now. Okay. You said what now? Because Hutchinson is up to be the number 1 pick in the draft.
You think he's gonna be better than the guy that we got in Will Anderson? I mean, not that we got, but dang, what is his name, man? Man, it slipped my mind.
He's just as good. Hutchinson is just as good as anybody y'all got on your line.
I'd be throwing to Washington all day. Ain't no way I wouldn't throw to him. Man,
agreed. And Washington
got to have time to throw. Is he gonna have time to throw? Because
they changed that up against Michigan. That's how they neutralize them. Watch a lot of quick hitters are coming. Okay. They're not gonna allow Stetson Bennett to hold on to the ball too long. I think you're gonna see a similar game plan against Alabama that you saw against Michigan. A lot of quick hitters, a lot of James Cook running on the edge.
Oh boy, we're gonna need him to step up
every now and then up the middle. That's who Alabama struggles with. They struggle against the James Cooks, the DeAndre Swifts of the world who can hit the edge, the Sony Michels. Alabama's defense has always struggled with those guys from Georgia who can get the edge. And James Cook probably needs to get the ball a little bit more in this game as well. But, Nick Saban.
We got to blame that OC, man.
I think the pressure, like I said, the pressure ain't on us to win. It's on y'all to win. The pressure ain't on us.
No doubt about it.
Because we can lose on Monday, come back the next year and win a title. So I mean, the pressure ain't on us. It's on y'all.
So no, we can come back and win the title, but
Joe Black, where are you, Joe Black? I don't hear nothing from you. You ain't won nothing since 1980.
Joe said you great. There, Joe. There you go. Joe Black said
well, we're not gonna pay Joseph no mind. He said I was gonna have some tissues last time, and you see how that turned out. So at this point, it's either put up or shut up for the Georgia team.
That's it.
Whoa.
All right. So
I like that.
With that being said, nobody text me, so we ain't gonna wait all day for somebody to get on the show. So we're gonna go ahead on and make our score predictions. Armani, since you are in second place right now, you go first. Red gets to choose last since he's in first place. What do you predict the score will be?
I'm gonna say 28-17 Alabama.
He is giving Alabama a 28-17 victory. So let me post this for everybody. So Armani says Alabama 28, Georgia 17. That point total equals 45. So 45 is the magic number for Armani right there. That's his prediction. Red, what's your prediction?
Well, a little similar. Maybe 3 points more for my team and about the same score that he predicted for me. That's the same score I'm predicted for him. I thought about giving him 3 more points, but since you want to just short me at 17, I'm going to short you at 17. 31-17 UGA.
Ooh.
You, sir, are very brave. Okay. I like that. I like that. I like that.
I got to become, look, our defense going to have to, we can't, our defense going to have to play our regular defensive game, which is about right around them points, and our offense.
We like that.
Come on. Hey, you can take your little stuffed animal. You can sleep with them. Take your little sleeping buddy. Hold them up high. Because, hey, I want to see them next Saturday. That's what I say. Okay, yeah.
You'll be here. Win, lose, or draw, I'm going to be here.
So, basically,
I'll find you on Facebook somewhere. You ain't going to hide no matter what.
So, basically, let y'all listen up to determine if Georgia wins, Red wins outright.
Yeah. I'm the winner.
Yeah. Because you got a 1-game lead.
Alabama wins. If the point total for both teams is under 46, Armani will be declared the champion. If the point total
46 and over is me, right?
46 and over will be red.
Cool.
So
okay, I like that. That's a cool tiebreaker. So that means if y'all get in our butts our money and win, you win outright. But if it's a close game all the way down the stretch and we still lose, I still might hold up the trophy. So bring it on. All we gotta do is hang with y'all.
I'll be holding up the real trophy. We'll be holding up the real trophy, so that's okay.
Right, but I'll get our sports show trophy as long as we hang tight in the game with y'all. As long as y'all don't blow us out.
Will UGA make it up there to be on the sidelines?
They're already there.
They're already there. We're gonna be up on the podium. It's gonna be Alabama on the sidelines with all the confetti watching us celebrate.
When we win, just know it's only the beginning. Next year, Caleb Williams is coming. Do you all believe that Caleb's coming? Caleb Williams from Oklahoma, who is into the transfer portal. Is he going to UGA?
He's going to where his coach just went to USC. That's where he's going.
No, they got their quarterback. I don't think he got a chance. We might could use him down here with us. He might have a better chance of playing with us than USC. USC got about 3 or 4 guys already in the hole. Coach, how many quarterbacks y'all got in the hole up there?
206.
You think his head coach care anything about that? He gonna go with what he know. He don't care nothing about that.
Coach, who's your quarterback next year?
Just to let y'all know, Thomas was talking about the mascot, Ugga. That's what he was referring to. Well,
stop being scared, Thomas.
Ugga. I'm sorry, the mascot. Got you. All right, Jeff Horton says, I'm a big dog fan, but Alabama coach is just better with less. Georgia, all this talent can't dominate. The difference is quarterback and running back for Alabama.
No, just quarterback. That's the difference.
Yeah. I would have to agree because Robinson, I don't expect for him to have a big game against Georgia's defense. Bryce Young is going to have to be the difference. That's the bottom line.
Waiting on that total, Joe Black.
You got the Heisman winner. You got a chance.
He gave you it to your coach? How many times?
No, I'm talking about how many titles Georgia got as opposed to USC. He's talking about Pac-12. People can't talk about nothing. Just got to tell them how many.
Quick question, Coach. Quick question.
Hey, we got it.
Are you ready for your question?
He said Georgia.
Are you ready for your question, Coach?
It's loaded, but I know. Come on with it.
When is the last time the Pac-12 won the NCAA championship?
It was in the 2000s, that's for sure.
Reggie Bush, Matt Lyons, so 06.
Georgia won one.
Well, he said Pac-12 now. He didn't say SEC.
I don't care about the rest of the Pac-12. USC is all I care about. The rest of the Pac-12 can go far and jump in the lake. I don't care about them. None of them. The only player I like is Thibodeau. I like how he played, but the rest of the Pac-12, boo. The return of USC. That's all I got to say. Alabama is the only team that got more titles than we do.
All right, but you are living in the past, though, Coach.
What is Georgia living in since 1980?
I mean, they have been more relevant than USC the past 4 or 5 years.
Relevant for getting to the championship game and losing.
But y'all not even getting it, Coach.
You forgot I'm a Georgia fan too, Coach.
I ain't in this one.
Coach. Y'all ain't even made the college playoff since it's been in existence.
That's fine. When we make it, we usually win.
You hadn't made it though, Coach.
You ain't hear what I said. When we make it, we usually win. They never been in it. So how they make it?
You talking about the new era of the CFP that y'all haven't made.
Yeah.
That's
never made the Final Four.
Yeah. Not the old.
So we doing participation trophies now?
Coach, y'all not
you
even
ain't participated. You ain't got a participation trophy.
Y'all not even winning the weak Pac-12, Coach. You're not even winning the weak Pac-12.
1980. That's
Coach, what I will say for you, if Georgia don't win this year, y'all potentially will win one before they will.
Oh, I doubt that. Because we still be a favorite next year. We'll be a favorite.
Some on it.
Yeah, I may have to agree with Armani on that one because they got a new sheriff in town. And that coach should be able to start putting out his chest next year. He should be silent right now because USC been
gonna be so
irrelevant
direct with the next couple of years because let's not forget that Lincoln Riley is probably the second or third best coach.
Like Armani, last time USC was relevant, you were still in middle school, right?
I was like 9. I wasn't even in middle school yet.
You were in elementary school.
Yeah, I was in elementary school.
It was early. It was like I was still living in California, so it was like what 03, 04. What was that last title, Coach? 03, 04?
04.
04. Okay, that's
Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, all those guys. When Sarkisian was the OC.
Pete Carroll, the coach. Pete Carroll in Seattle.
Yeah, they didn't do nothing under Sarkisian. They didn't do nothing under Helton.
Lane Kiffin was there for a stint.
I wouldn't want to be known as the Buffalo Bills of college football. That's all I can say.
All right, coach. Now, I haven't been talking trash about your team, but you dogging my team.
No, you will. You sneak yours in too.
I rarely say anything about USC.
Whatever. Like a couple weeks ago, you were talking about USC a couple weeks ago. Don't even try it.
I was just playing the violin when Real played the music for us. That's all I did.
That's fine.
I mean, you said they were done.
Let's just say this. Coach will have reason to begin talking for real.
Yeah, he will.
In the Lincoln Riley era. All right, but right now they have not.
Coach, y'all be back. I just hope we get a ring before y'all be back, because this talk gonna get way worse.
Since Pete Carroll was there, and Pete Carroll done won a Super Bowl championship since that has happened. So, USC, they got a great hire. Coach should be able to stick out his chest and become more involved in college football conversations because his team should be relevant. Maybe not next year. It may take Riley 1 year to get the troops together.
I wish he feel this way about Westball.
I just want to say you're welcome because we know the real reason why he left the USC. He ain't want none of this SEC. He ain't want none of that. He ain't want no parts of this SEC. Okay. He ain't want no parts of it. Oh, and Georgia, y'all welcome too because if it wasn't for us, Kirby Smart wouldn't be. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to you.
He ain't done nothing.
Sorry.
You can take your back. We ain't done nothing.
Oh,
you
we'll
gladly
take Kirby Smart back. Oh, we'll gladly take Kirby Smart back.
Take him. What if he done for us?
Easy. We'll gladly take him back.
If we lose Sunday, we'll ship him back to you next day. Messenger. we'll ship him back to you immediately.
I hope so.
All right.
He ain't done nothing for my team.
Well, he's helped the team be relevant with no championships. That's
Kirby got the Dr. Pepper commercial to fall back on. He'll be all right.
All right, gentlemen.
I'm telling y'all look at the similarities.
All right. Let me go.
Kirby, man. Kirby, you got to win Monday, man. I'm afraid of what I'm going to say next week if you don't win Monday. All
right, gentlemen. It is halftime for the Red Rev. We got topic next. We got your topic the next one.
We didn't make our. Oh yes, we have. We did make our predictions. Okay, I forgot.
All right, as Red catches up to the show, we're finished the first half of the Red Rev.
I'm catching up.
We'll be coming to you for the second half NFL talk 5 for 5. Here we come.
Look at our buddy's best friend.
In just a moment. We'll be right back.
I'm catching up.
We'll be right back.
He got it up.
Holla. And we are back on the Red Rev Sports Show. Here we come to get you as we get ready for the second half of the Red Rev Sports Show. Let's see if we got.
I just got one question. Is Armani gonna appear in season 2 of Chucky? You know they like little black guys that play with dogs.
Oh,
you gonna take the guy? You gonna be the new black guy best friend on there with your little elephant? Hi guys, I'm the roll tide elephant. Come play with.
Right. You know.
All right. You know what? Hold up, dog. It's fun though. Hey, I know you're gonna be holding them up next week if we win, you know. So I mean, if y'all lose, if we lose. Sorry.
All right. Let's get ready to talk. I got 5 on it. And I'm gonna call a quick audible. We'll hold off the Atlanta Hawks talk real quickly because we got something else important. Clay's return is this week. I forgot about that. So we can hold off the Lakers talk too. Well, now we gotta talk Lakers a little bit. So we'll talk a little. All right, since I wore my hat today. We'll talk Lakers first, and then we'll talk a little Clay, and then we got some little football. So let's get ready for our 5 for 5 component of the show. Each guy on the panel will be able to talk for 45 seconds. We need the timer put down there. 45 seconds. One of these days, once we get a little bit more money, we can put a timer down. Yeah. 45 seconds. Once we get to 45 seconds, we'll move on to the next person after the 3 panelists have made their conversation be known. Then we'll bring in Reverend Night Nation to share. And then I'll come at the end and share any tidbits that I may have on a particular topic. Now, Ray, when you go back to the 4th screen, that's like 5 seconds left. You got you got 10 seconds left. Okay, gotcha. Well, no, 15 seconds. I'm sorry. Here we go. 5 for 5. We're gonna start out. Are the Lakers for real 4-game winning streak? Reggie, we'll start with you. And here we go. Okay, I'm a Lakers for real. I like the way we've been playing. It's a 4-game winning streak, 4 or 5-game winning streak. I can't poo-poo on that. I mean, we've been beating a lot of chump teams, but still, we need the wins, okay? LeBron at center, I agree with Red. Why does LeBron have to play center? We got a big man, but he always hurt. But we got to figure out some type of groove, so we got to do whatever we got to do to get back in the swing of things. Westbrook has been playing okay lately. Haven't been turning the ball over too much. I can work with that. Malik Monk is coming into his own. Hey, we just keep stepping up, playing big, play defense, focus on defense, no turnovers. LeBron doing whatever he got to do. I like that part about his game. Do whatever you got to do, LeBron. I hope it looks like it, but we're going to see. But it looks good. It looks good. Coach, are the Lakers for real?
Well, I mean, the change of center with LeBron seemed to work miracles. And the thing about the Lakers, it seems, I think they just missing AD, and they getting healthier and healthier every day. And if they're healthy, I don't care what anybody say about old anything, they're going to be a hard team to deal with coming up. If they can avoid Warriors and the Suns, I don't see too many teams beat them in the 7-game.
We got to beat them, Coach, eventually.
Lakers for real. Go.
The Lakers are finally coming to their own. They are for real. They are for real. With LeBron playing center, even though I don't know how long that's going to last, but Malik Monk, like you said, coming into his own. With Westbrook, don't take too many shots. If he can protect the basketball, I really think what happened is they all had a coming to Jesus moment together. Be like, look, we got to figure out a way to win here. We got to iron out some issues, and then we got to figure it out. So with LeBron, Westbrook not turning the ball over and not shooting as much, more driving points, and with Malik Monk coming off and shooting, they'll be just fine. They are for real.
All right, Brother Night Nation, do you have any comments? Let's see. We got the Q Lunits. We got it. Dante said, y'all don't have to talk about the Hawks. Just forget about them like they forget to play defense.
That was a good one. Every night.
LBJ is into beast mode. He's going to leave it on the floor. The Lakers are trying to be for real. Mr. Glass, AD needs to come back strong. Do you all envision Mr. Glass that Vincent calls AD coming back strong? Or do you see him remaining hurt? What's your thoughts, Red?
Anybody got a piece of bubble gum I can chew on right now? If he come back, that'll be something. Coming back strong. I mean, is he going strong? Meaning you coming back like Giannis? I don't see him coming back like Giannis. That's strong right there. I see him coming back and being the same finesse big man that he's always been, but hopefully he can stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? And unless LeBron get into his head that he need to, change his game and play a little more, physical game, I think he's gonna continue to be the same finesse player. But as long as he on the floor, that'll help.
All right, the president says, I'm not sold yet. If they went 3-2, then it'd be a different story.
He went 5-0.
I would say this. Against Golden State, LeBron playing the 5 might be their best way of possibly beating Golden State. Because that would mean you basically have LeBron playing against Draymond Green, which is not a bad matchup for him on defense, because Draymond Green is not a huge offensive threat. Most that he is on offense is a passing threat.
Mr. Triple Single.
Right. So against Golden State, LeBron playing the 5 might do well. Against a team like Phoenix, I don't know how well that would be, because
we need AD for that series.
Yeah, to go with DeAndre Ayton. So we'll see. We'll see. LBJ is doing his best Magic Johnson impersonation, playing the 5, Mr. Multitude. He definitely is, and he's showing how he is still relevant at his age.
Do what you got to do. And
he is still a major player because he is able to play multiple positions on the court. So that's a huge credit to LeBron. Nobody saw this type of production at age 37. LeBron, I don't even think, wanted to give all this production because he was hoping that AD would be taken over by now. But unfortunately, LeBron has had to do what he's had to do. All right, on to the next subject, Coach. Get ready. Here it is. We're going to be talking about Klay Thompson's return. What you think about
this coach special topic?
Come on with it.
A serious offensive weapon will step on the floor when Klay comes back. So when Steph has those nights where they talk about he goes 4 for 15, you got a Klay coming in there to help. But I'm just curious about Klay's defense. That's what I'm worried about. He's going to score enough, but who is he going to guard? Who are they going to put him on based on the fact that those legs might not be ready yet? But we'll see.
Armani, Klay's return, what you got?
It'll be a big step. I mean, honestly, if Klay comes back to even 80% of what he was before he got injured, man, it's gonna be hard to beat him. It's gonna be hard to beat him. The rest of the pieces that they have, it's gonna be hard, man. Like I said, if he comes back to just 80%, it might be over for the rest of the West. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We don't know yet. We don't know how he's gonna play, how he's gonna run up and down the court. So, remains to be seen. We will see.
All right. Klay's return.
Mama call him Klay. I'ma call him Klay. It's big. It's big. He's another shooter added to what's already a high explosive offense. You just adding another shooter, instant offense, another guy that can put the ball in the hoop. It's gonna be kind of see how his legs will work, but it won't hurt the Warriors. It's just making it more difficult for my Lakers now to get past them, like I say, because they already one of the top 2 teams in the NBA. Adding Klay, they just better. And I'm not worried about defense. If he can shoot, that'll help them out. because that'll take the pressure off Steph. Steph get double, Poole get double, Payton get double, Wiggins get double. You got Clay over there in the corner just standing up. Boom! Woo! That team, like I say, it's gonna be hard to beat that team 4 times in 7 games.
All right, and Big Vincent Woodruff, the VP, said, "I'm gonna call him Clay because that's what his mama called him."
I know. I stole that from Vincent. Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Clay comes back. Let's be reminded he has not played in 2 years. 2 years, so that's something to take into account because I'm sure a lot of people are expecting him to come back and just be the Klay Thompson of old. But let's understand, you don't come back 2 years and be the same guy that you once were, especially coming off of 2 serious knee injuries. Now, Coach, you talked about his defense. So you're not sold that his leg will be strong enough to be able to play the solid defense he once played?
I think it's more of a mental thing with him. When he go back out there and be able to move like he wanted to. I know he's going to get his shots. But will he be able to guard somebody? Is he able to trust his leg? I'm sure he wouldn't come out if he didn't. But will that mental take over and he not push himself as hard when they need him?
All right. Anybody else concerned about his defensive output?
No, because I don't think they're going to really – it don't matter whether he plays defense or not. I mean – look, they number one. They one of the top defensive teams in the NBA. Whatever he give them is going to be extra because they already balling without him. Anything he give them this season is going to be extra. Now, next season, I think he'll be back to regular Clay. But just anything he give them for the last few months of this season, it's going to be extra because, like I say, he's trying to get back in his groove. He's trying to ease his way back into the game after being out for so long. So, eventually, he'll find his legs, but I don't think the Warriors, depending on Clay, lock down defense when the playoffs start. They just, if he can shoot, they'll use that. Because I got a feeling they already thinking they got a chance to win it all anyway.
All righty. All right, we're going to put a pin in that, and we're going to move on to the next topic. We're going back football, and it's pro football at that. And we're going to start this with Armani Antonio Brown's performance in the Big Apple. What you got to say about A.B.?
Got it right, was acting.
Oh, man, I'm going to try and do this without saying some choice words. A.B., who do you think you are? Do you really think that you bigger than the logo? You think you bigger than Rob Gronkowski? You think you bigger than Tom Brady? First of all, you shouldn't have been there anyway. It was the work of Tom Brady. That's why you came there. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Secondly, man, you're going to do that in the middle of a game, in crunch time game? You know what? I wouldn't have even been mad if you done it at the end of the game, but you picked the most inopportune time to have a BF, as they would say. A crybaby, something my 1-year-old would do because he don't get his way. That's how you act. Bucks, let him go. What y'all did, don't let him come back.
Red, AB's performance.
Oh, man. I got to second what Vincent just said. My thoughts exactly. Rev, nothing shocks me. Nothing surprises me with AB. How many times have I came on this show and said SSCA, selfish, self-centered a-hole? That's what this guy's about, man. And all these folks trying to get him this little mental health pass, man, save it, okay? Save it. The guy ain't no mental. He is not mental, okay? This is selfish. This is menace, okay? He is a menace, okay? He was a menace in Pittsburgh. He was a menace in Oakland. He was a menace in New England. And now he's finally been a menace in Tampa. He is a menace to sports society, okay? He burned every bridge that he walked across, including the Tom Brady bridge. Don't give me that mental crap. AG is just a selfish, self-centered butthole, okay? And that's the bottom line to it.
Coach. Your former wide receivers' performance.
To me, AB stands for absolutely bizarre. You telling us your leg is hurting, your ankle is hurting, you couldn't play, but yet you skipping around in the end zone like Mary Poppins at the end of her movie and doing jumping jacks and then running off the field while the game is going on? Come on, dog. Who you trying to fool? What were you thinking about during that time? I don't know what's going on in your life, but one thing I do know, Vontez Burfict may have caused your career to come to an end with that hit that made you absolutely 100% pet coon goofy.
All right, let's see what Reverend Knight Nation has to say before we come back to the panel. Let's see. Antonio Brown was auditioning for Swan Lake. Vincent Woodruff, I agree with you, Coach. This would be a mental thing. Oh, you're talking about Clay Thompson, sorry. Vincent Woodruff, the Oscar goes to Best Supporting Clown, Antonio Brown. Wow, he put the N in ninja. Shaking my head.
That's what I was laughing at.
Arians even said that they forced the ball to him the week prior, trying to help him reach his incentives. He may have failed to realize that they had another NFL game to reach that other incentive. $300K gone. AB, Miss Williams thought he was still on Dancing with the Stars when he took off his jersey to show his abs. The president says dude has more football lives than last.
That's Josh Gibson.
If another NFL signs him, they'll be co-signing on his attitude. We should have seen the last of AB last Sunday. Vontez must have knocked the bozo out.
The
bozo out that clown.
No, I still think he got a little bit more bozo left when you listen to the interview yesterday.
I'm gonna say this: AB has decided to take the Dennis Rodman route. Dennis Rodman did what he needed to do to get the limelight on him. Dennis Rodman became what I call an attention whore. And
thank you, Rev. Thank you.
An attention whore. And everything that he's doing, it's very calculated. He has fallen in love with being a social media mogul. And therefore, he's going to do anything that will bring attention. AB knows that in Tampa, Tom Brady is the man. So therefore, he needs to do some things that can get the attention on him. Being an attention whore. He goes out, leaving the field. And what does he do to get headlines? He calls out Tom Brady. He calls out Gronk. And those were calculated moves to get more people talking about AB. For AB, good or bad publicity is necessary publicity for AB. And I don't think it's about mental health anymore. It's all about what can I do to get more attention. Just the way he was dressed on the podcast yesterday.
Looking like Green Goblin.
Exactly.
Thank you, Rev. Thank you. Oh my God, thank you. That's what we need to hear. All the folks coming out with these mental excuses this week. Man, that is so sharp. You can look from his behavior. Is that mental? People with mental issues, they usually, eventually, the people with mental issues are gonna eventually realize what they're doing wrong. They're gonna try to make amends. They're gonna apologize. They're gonna try to rectify some of this stuff. This guy ain't apologized for nothing. He don't felt he's been wronged in anything. Man, it ain't nothing mental about Antonio Brown. Like Coach said, he is doing this stuff intentionally. Like Rev said, he is an attention magnet. Oh well, I want to use the word you use, Rev, attention hoe. Okay, but
I said whore, but you said the
yeah. But that's what Antonio Brown is. That's what we've been trying to tell folks all week long. This ain't nothing mental. This guy know what he's doing. He's selfish. He's a menace. He will betray you in a heartbeat, man. You can't trust this guy, man. No, he is a menace. He is a menace to sports society, and we need to get rid of him, okay? He is O-Dog on the football field.
Well, we have to acknowledge the fact that Armani's daddy's favorite team and coach's favorite team created this monster.
You're right. Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin, as much as I love that guy, he allowed AB to become the fool that he has become or wants to become because he was more concerned about winning ball games than reprimanding AB, because one of Mike Tomlin's favorite lines or famous lines was, "We're not going to make any moves to hurt ourselves." And he said that one time when AB did something that betrayed the team in the locker room, but Mike Tomlin did not want to fine or suspend AB because he said that would be hurting the team.
Well, you cannot be serious. You cannot be serious.
And AB took that and ran with it. Like you say, they created a monster. AB realized, well, what would Skip say on the show yesterday? He said, they feel like they need AB. They need me. They not going to discipline me. That's why, see, people like that, man, you cannot just let them walk on water without this. Those folks have to be disciplined, man. You can't let a guy like AB walking around thinking anything he do is okay and acceptable. Because like you say, this is where we end up in situations just like this. Man don't burn every bridge, every freaking bridge, every friendship he could possibly have had in the NFL. I mean, dude, you dog Tom Brady out? Where you going from here? Oh, well, you think the Chiefs or you think another NFL team gonna sign him? Somebody might be stupid enough to sign him, but he'll burn that bridge too. Like I say, this guy is never gonna be loyal to anybody, man. That's who he is. He is a menace.
Quick question.
Falcons, y'all said not.
Chris,
Arthur Blank ain't gonna put up with him.
After that Mike Vick fiasco, he ain't doing none of that stuff. Real quick question, real quickly. We've gone almost 10 minutes on this topic, so we're gonna scrape Big Ben's farewell. All right, here it is. Number one, quick question: does a team sign AB?
Yes,
or
sir.
No?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Armani says no. Coach says yes. Red, you say what?
Yes.
And why do you say yes, Coach?
Because athleticism triumphs stupidity in the NFL. And when somebody does something wrong, it doesn't matter. They forget about it because they say, oh, wow, he can still help us. So they bring him back out there, i.e. Josh Gordon.
Red, why you say yes?
Well, let me piggyback off what Coach said in a different word. Talent trumps terrorism any day of the week.
All right. Monty, why do you say no?
Because he's an idiot, man. He's just I mean, come on. Like who you done been through what, the Steelers, then not the Patriots, and then the Raiders, and now the Bucks. Man, you about to be everybody getting some of you. You might as well be an NFL, you know what? I mean, goodness. Do better, man. But I just don't think no owner's gonna put up with it no more. I think they've seen how he can act. And they be like, all right, we're not putting up with that.
I say no because he made the cardinal sin. He talked about the golden boy, Tom Brady. And I think that's gonna cost him his career. All right, on to the next topic.
Good point.
Red, is back on you. Hall of Fame voting. Who should be engaged or involved in the Hall of Fame voting process? Let's get going. This will be our last topic, 5-5. What you got, Red?
Okay, appreciate it. I wasn't even sure y'all were going to take this question. But just something I heard Skip and Shannon talking about this week, and I felt we need to give our own opinion on it. Because, like you say, it's the sports writers of the world that affects, and I'm talking about all three sports, baseball, football, basketball. Personally, I don't think just sports writers should have votes on Hall of Fame. I believe it should be a combination. It should be a combination of the top sports writers for each sport. It should be a combination of the top coaches in the game, and it should be a combination of maybe the top 10 or 15 players in each game should be voting on who makes the Hall of Fame. In addition to current Hall of Fame members who are already in the Hall of Fame. Current Hall of Fame members current players, current coaches, top writers, and just a top percentage of each of them. But just have it all based on just the sports writers, because a lot of them take things personal and don't know how to separate on the field from off the field, or personal from professional. I believe athletes and coaches know how to do that in a better form.
And I should have done a better job setting this up. This is off the back of folk wondering if AB will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's how this conversation has been stirred up. All right, Coach, your thoughts?
I mean, you look at it. It's sometimes the voters get too, the writers get a little too involved in more in the personal than what you do on the field. The Hall of Fame is voting on what you do on the field, and that's where they should be allowed to keep it. If you have to have more people to vote, yeah, that's fine, but it should all be, hey, let them know the ground rules. We're not worried about what he did 10 years ago when he got involved in the incident. We want to know, is he going to the Hall of Fame based on what he did on the field or on the court or wherever?
Armani, what you got?
So, I mean, honestly, we all know what the Hall of Fame is and what they're about. And it's not always about what you do on the field, but off the field as well, and how you make the NFL look. NFL is all about how you make them look. So, with that being said, I don't think AB gets in, only because he made the NFL look like a fool. So, I mean, by his stats and his numbers, should he get in? Yes, but let's all be honest on this panel. It's not all about that. So, he made the NFL look like a fool, so he might not even get into the Hall of Fame.
Alrighty. Let's see what Revenite Nation has to say first. Let's see
Okay.
what Revenites have to say. Let's see. Well, talk about that's where AB gonna be playing next. Spare the rod and spoil the child. If you can kill someone, be brought back, then I would be surprised by billionaire owners. That's a good point. Dante Stallworth was drunk and killed somebody, and he was brought back. The players should be a part of the voting. Writers have personal grudges against players for whatever reason. Include coaches as well. Stop giving the writers this much power. I mean, Ray Lewis stabbed at
Hey, and we all still paying for that, dude. Still, Ray Lewis would still be talking if they hadn't told him to come off the stage, man.
That's very true.
I mean, I see him on Inside the NFL Weekly. Man, I mean, every appearance he come on there, you already know. Ray finna start preaching on some subject, man. You just set your time to it.
No doubt about it.
I tell you this, Armani, with that T.O. incident, and they made him wait. Woo, boy, Rev, my money, I'm telling you.
AB might be gone. Might be gone.
That's what I'm saying. They made T.O. wait 3 years. Now, who in the world, what sports writer is going to stand up there in front of the Hall of Fame voters and make a case for AB? Because I would love to know who he going to choose to make his case. And then what's going to keep them from laughing their butts off because you know when AB case come up, they definitely going to be thinking about this incident right here. You think they're not going to think about this incident that just happened when AB case come up? Not to mention the Facebook in the locker room. Not to mention the I'm free running outside his backyard, calling Mike Mayock a cracker. Man, look, all these folks are connected. You think these folks ain't connected? Man, please. AB, man, if you get in on your first 5 ballots, dude, Rev, I wouldn't be surprised they make AB wait to the veterans. The veterans, like, you know, when he get old, like Claude Humphrey, like the senior exception. I wouldn't be surprised if AB had to wait to the senior exception, because I just don't see this guy with all the stuff he done. And they made Chris Carter wait 6 years. They made Art Monk wait 8 years. They made T.O. wait 3 years. What you think they gonna do with this clown, AB?
Yeah.
Man, hey, AB, you might be old and gray, man. They might have to wheelchair you across the stage when you finally get in, man.
By the time he get in, I might have great grands if I'm able to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got kids now. You probably are gonna have great. You started early already, but I'm just saying that man is gonna have to wait, man. He is not. I hope he's not dumb enough to think in his mind that when he gets eligible, that he get in first ballot. Because if he think that, he a bigger fool than I give him credit for. Because dude, he is not getting in first ballot. Second, third, fourth, fifth, maybe.
Yeah, AB has played on 4 teams, but actually only played in the games for 3. He was drafted and picked up by Pittsburgh. That's where he had his most success. Then he got traded to the Los Angeles Raiders, who he never dressed out in the game for. Then he got
that's right.
He played with the New England Patriots for 1 game before he got during that domestic violence. And then the Raiders. Then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's 4 teams that he's been on. He's only played in games for 3. All right. And Vincent Woodruff just posted what I just said. All right. We don't know what's going on with Coach. We're trying to see what's going on because it's about time for our pick'ems. So
Coach, he couldn't handle that AB talk.
We'll see what's going on with him in just a second. We'll try to give him a chance to get on. With that being said, let's go to our NFL predictions just to see where we are in our pick'ems. And Armani, the new kid is on the block, is doing a good showing for his first time having his picks be shown on the show. So let's see where we are. Red is already saving his Longhorns money because that's what.
Oh yeah.
So last week, Red went 6-4.
Ooh.
Rev went 7-3. Coach went 7-3. Armani went 9-1. Woo. 9-1. Goodness gracious. So that allowed Armani.
Armani, boy, you killing, man.
Armani has a 1-game lead over Coach. He has surpassed Coach. Coach was in the lead. Armani has a 1-game lead over Coach.
That's why Coach disappeared.
He's 8 games ahead of me, and he's 16 games ahead of the Longhorn man. So Red may win the NCAA, but he will be paying for Longhorns this year.
Yeah, I would have to go 2 weeks of undefeated, and Armani would have to lose 2 straight weeks for me to even get close to him.
Yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now. We're just probably going to have Coach join us by way of messenger and give us his picks later on.
They're going to send his picks in. We already know most of them anyway.
Here we go. Our pleasure. Our pleasure. Coach must be running out on this.
No, this what it was. Coach couldn't handle the AB talk, and he couldn't handle Armani taking that 1-game lead over him. He knew what was coming. He was like, man,
He said Lieutenant Sunar using those guns. They said Coach consider his picks be a carrier pigeon.
Wait, hey, it's not like he ever used them before, Vincent.
Oh my goodness, boy. They hard on an old man. They are definitely hard.
Yeah, y'all got me adding to the jokes now. I try not to add into the old man jokes. Sorry, Coach, but that carrier pigeon, he left me wide open for that one.
All right, man, let's go into these picks, man. Coach will catch up with us at another time. Where every game that is being picked today has some implications on a playoff berth or playoff seedings. So this is why you see some teams who are not in the playoffs, but they're playing against somebody who is playing for a playoff berth or for higher playoff seeding. So with that context, here we go. We'll let Armani go first. Jets versus the Bills. The Bills are trying to clinch the AFC East as the Patriots are on their heels. So you got, Armani?
Man, I got the Bills, man. They're at home in the snow, which the Jets shouldn't be bothered by. But, yeah, I got the Bills. They're fighting for their playoff hopes. They're trying to clinch, so I think they'll get in. Bills.
Red. Who you got?
Bills. I saw what they did to my Falcons last week. They're gonna do the same thing to the Jets. Stay at home. They're gonna go ahead and end the season on the right note with a division trophy and a little win against a division rival Jets. Jets been coming on strong a little bit. I'm sure. We still not sure about Zach Wilson, but we'll see next year. But Bills got this one.
All right, let's make it unanimous. I'm going with the Bills as well. The president said Coach had to wake up the hamsters in the wheel.
Oh, well, that was a good one.
They provide us electricity. Wow, that's deep. On to the next game. Oh, here he is. Let's see if he's going to give us a stable connection. Get your camera right, Coach.
Yeah, because I don't even see him.
No, I'm waiting on him to get. Oh, he got disconnected. On to the next game. Colts versus Jaguars. Who you got, Red?
The team that should have won last week and got him a playoff spot. The Colts. How in the world you lose last week? So don't worry, Jag. They gonna put it on you this week. Jonathan Taylor, he about to run silly. I'm not quite sure how he gonna finish up in MVP because he had such a lackluster game. Well, it wasn't lackluster, but that was a bad loss last week. So Taylor might be out of MVP, but he gonna show up this week. He gonna put the Jags out of their misery, and they're gonna finally clinch a playoff spot that they should have clinched last week.
I'm going with the Colts as well. The Jaguars are just wasting time, ready to finish up their season, go on vacation. So give me
Yeah.
Well, who you got, Armani?
Colts. Make it unanimous.
Unanimous. On to the next game. Patriots versus Dolphins. This on me. Let's go Patriots. The Dolphins just embarrassed my pick last week by getting railroaded by the Tennessee Titans on last week. I have no faith in Tua and his crew. Bill Belichick, go ahead and put the Miami Dolphins out of their misery so that they can enjoy the Patriots. But I will say the Dolphins do have a good chance to beat them because the Patriots will be going to a completely different climate, and it's very hard to go from a very cold climate into a warm climate to play a game. With that being said, Armani, who you got?
Patriots. Just because I think the Dolphins, they're done, so they don't really have nothing to play for. But Patriots are playing for seeding, and I think Bill Belichick wants the AFC to go through his own house once again. So Patriots.
Red, who you got?
Well, I don't care what Belichick want. AFC ain't going through his house. I'm going Dolphins. I think Dolphins going to play player hater this week because they just got killed last week when they had a chance to actually remain in the playoff race. All right, Eric. All right, Maurice. I'm taking your boy. Wait, and it's in Miami. Ain't it real?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'm taking Miami. All right, y'all. I'm taking your boys this week. Now, you're in Miami. You want to play player hater to the Patriots? I'm giving you a chance. You better do it for me, too. I'm taking the Dolphins. And if you don't, Maurice and Eric, I promise you, I'm going to clown y'all so hard. Trevina and Ncaa, y'all, too. All y'all going to get clowned. But I'm taking your Dolphins again this week because I think they're going to want to player hate on the Patriots seeding, real. I'm saying, after they got beat down last week by the Titans, that's all they got left is to be player hater.
On to the next one. Armani's back on New Panthers versus Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are trying to get higher seeding as they've already clinched the NFC South. They're trying to move up maybe to that second or third seed in the NFC. Who you got?
I got the Bucks. And I mean, Panthers don't even can't figure out who their quarterback going to be. So, I'm going with the Bucks, man. I mean, Gilmore not playing, Horn still out, so Bucks.
Red, who you got?
You said the Jags are wasting time, or the Panthers really wasting time. I'm taking the Bucks.
All right, and I got the Bucks as well. We're gonna cross our fingers to see if Coach gonna be able to stay with us. All right, I got the Bucks. Are you here? We're gonna cross our fingers to see if Coach can be able to. All right, turn the volume off, Coach. Here we go. We're gonna get you real quickly. We're gonna let you go. All right, turn the volume off, Coach. All right, we need you to take your volume off. All right, Jets versus Bill. Who you got, Coach?
Uh-oh.
Jets versus Bills. Who you got, Coach?
Bills.
Volume. Okay, hold on. Jets versus Bills. You got unmute yourself. Bills. You got
Bills.
unmute yourself.
I got the
There you
Bills.
On to the next one.
Bills.
Colts versus Jaguars. So you got
Colts.
on to the next one. All right, on to the next one. Do you have the replay going on?
I must do. Let me see. Hold on.
Do you have the replay going on?
I must do. Let me see. Hold on. I must do. Let me see. Hold on. What about now?
You all right?
I think you got some feedback going on.
What about
You got a
now?
lot of feet.
We'll fight through it.
All right, unfeed me. Wait a minute.
Unfeed you. That's gonna be a little hard. My bad, Coach. You left me wide open for that one, man.
Red.
Come on, man. That was wide open, man. I had to. It's all. I know Coach can get me back.
I don't think you heard
I'm
it.
trying not to laugh, man. Y'all.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh,
All right, Coach. You gave us the laugh for the day. You ready?
Coach, it's not time for the remix yet.
Coach, I'm trying.
Coach over there.
You know, y'all.
Left the kid and nod for Red to come in on that. All right, let's try it one more time, man.
Coach, you there?
Nah.
Look like he fell asleep.
All right. Red, Coach is adding you to the
I probably been on the list already. I was on the list before you got on the list.
All right, man. We gonna have to just take him off. We'll get him back on the. Once he's back, we'll do what we got to do, man. We ain't got time for this. All right. So we did Panthers versus Bucks. All right, let's get back into our rhythm, man. We tried to be a team player. Here we go, man.
Oh man,
That was classic. Chiefs.
yeah, it was. I'm gonna be proud of myself later on.
Chiefs versus Broncos on you, Red. Who you got?
Well, they playing the Broncos. You know, I ain't got no faith in their offense, so Chiefs will take this one. As a matter of fact, they playing today, right? Yeah, they gonna go ahead and wrap up the division today.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that'll be over with. Chiefs got this one.
Chiefs versus Broncos. If the Chiefs win, Titans lose. Chiefs get the AFC bye, but the Titans got the Jaguars. The Texans. I don't see that happening.
Oh man. Whew.
So I think the Chiefs will put the Broncos out of their misery real quick. So I got the Chiefs. Who you got, Armani?
Unanimous.
On to the next game. Saints versus Falcons. Wow. The Saints are trying to get into the playoffs. They need a victory and a San Francisco 49ers loss. That's how they get in. The Falcons are just trying to play spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
Believe it or not, because the Saints are terrible at quarterback, I'm going to go with the Falcons.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Falcons, which I hardly ever do, even though I'm an emotionless Falcons fan. I'm going to go with the Falcons and defeat the Saints, and that could be their moral victory and their highlight of the season to keep the Saints out of the playoffs. So I'm going with the Falcons. Who you got, Armani?
Oh, I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man. This is even though I really want to take the Saints because we need a higher pick. Because but
Well, where are we picking is set right now? Ain't gonna make
right now we at 10th. We are in 10th.
Oh,
So we could go jump up to 9th. No later than 8th. But Who's the Saints? Well, Falcons.
All right, so Armani got the Falcons. I got the Falcons. Red, tell us why you're going with the Falcons.
Hey, this is our Super Bowl right here, baby. Like you said, real. We playing for moral victories. And Arthur Smith winning 8 games with this garbage team, even though he had a sorry schedule, that'll look a little positive. I mean, like I say, we still got to get rid of that quarterback, and we still got some more rebuilding to do with this team. But just getting 8 wins with this sorry team, I give Arthur Smith credit with that. And the sweep, at least start off his coaching career by sweeping the Stanks, that'll be good too. And to keep knocking them out the playoffs, that'll be good. So you got a few good things working for you with a win this week. Like I say, ain't going to give you no more respect. Like I say, ain't nobody going to feel great about next season. And I know our money going to be mad because we're gonna make our draft pick go even higher. But look, our money, it's a weak draft, okay? It's gonna be players taking in every round that's gonna be able to make an impact. This is not a strong draft, okay? So the GM's really gonna have to do their homework anyway. So picking the 8th pick ain't gonna be that much different than the 12th pick, personally to me. So Falcons, go out and get a win.
All right, on to the next game. Cowboys versus the Eagles on you, Armani. Who you got?
Cowboys, they're playing in Philadelphia.
Today.
Cowboys lost last week, I think.
To Arizona.
Cowboys.
He has Cowboys. Red, who you got?
You know, this would be the perfect game for the Cowboys to lose in Philly. Philly got a lot of momentum because they clinched the playoff spot. How they clinched the 7th seed before the 6th seed is clinched, I'll never understand. But I think I'm with our money. After that letdown in Arizona last week, Cowboys probably going to get their stuff together this week. I mean, Philly, y'all already in the playoffs, and y'all already playing the top seed anyway. So it ain't like you beating the Cowboys going to improve your playoff status. So Philly got nothing to play for, really. And the Cowboys, you need a little momentum going to the playoffs. So I'm with y'all, money. Dallas take this one.
I think Philadelphia does have something to play for, to prove that they're on the same level or at least competitive towards the Dallas Cowboys. I think Jalen Hurts still has a lot to prove to the people in Philadelphia that he could actually be the man. And to help that case is a victory over the Cowboys. I think this is a playoff game for them because I don't think they see themselves beating one of those teams. If it's not the Cowboys, I don't think they see themselves beating the Rams. I don't think they see themselves beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So in a lot of ways, this game today will probably be the Philadelphia Eagles playoff game. So because I'm in Pennsylvania, because I passed to quite a few folks.
How did I know this was going to happen?
Oh, hold on, Real.
No.
Hold on, Real. So you saying the playoffs gonna start today for Philly, and the next week when the real playoff game comes, they just gonna be satisfied with making it, right?
Yeah. I don't think. I mean, let's be real. I don't think they really believe they can beat the Rams in Los Angeles.
Probably not.
Really beat Tampa Bay in Florida.
No.
You know, so I think this right here is more of a winnable game, and the fans, quite frankly, they don't expect the Eagles to make noise in the playoffs.
I see what you're saying.
They would take a divisional win over the Cowboys, even though it's a meaningless game, over them actually losing a playoff game, which they already expect.
Well, technically, since it's week 17 anyway, Real, it had been last year, the playoffs was starting this week. So the playoffs start for you this week, Philly. Here go your first playoff game, because you're going to lose next week when the real playoffs start.
Exactly.
That's funny.
So I got the Eagles. Y'all got the Cowboys. We're going to try Coach. Are you here, man?
Yes, sir.
All right. We don't got the echo.
No. I'm really gonna get Thomas because Thomas had the funniest thing I see, and I was trying to work and not laugh when he did the little commercial with the babies, and man. The thing looking like a sci-fi monster or something.
Yeah, watch the replay. There's a lot more from where it came from.
Did you hear what Red?
No. Just watch the replay, Coach. There was a lot more coming your way. But anyway.
Yeah, the guy, buddy. And you going to put me on blast.
I said, okay, I'm going to get you too. You ain't going to see it coming.
All right, Coach.
Coach,
hold on, Red.
Coach, I know you're going to get me back. I know you're going to get me back, Red.
Why he got a good connection. Let's get him why he got a good connection.
All right.
Let's get him. All right, Cowboys versus Eagles. Who you got, Coach?
Cowboys.
Saints versus Falcons.
Yeah, Saints.
All right, Chiefs versus Broncos.
Oh, easy to Chiefs.
Panthers versus Buccaneers.
Bucks.
And Patriots versus Dolphins.
Ooh. Patriots.
All right, on to your team. Now we're back up to speed. Steelers versus the Ravens. We'll start with Red. Who you got, Red?
Steelers. No thought about it. Lamar Jackson not playing. The Ravens are pretty much done. Steelers got something to play for, and they're going to win this game, too. And they're going to see if they're going to get the help they need. But they're going to win this game. I know that.
Coach, tell us why the Steelers are going to win.
Well, they were scared for a minute because Deontay Johnson was under the COVID. But then he's back now, and then they're getting a lot of guys back. What's his name on defense? So I'm going with the Steelers.
All right, I'm going with the Steelers as well. No Lamar Jackson means a W for the Steelers, even though, unfortunately, the Steelers probably won't make the playoffs even if they win because the Colts are going to win their game. So, bye-bye, Pittsburgh. Armani, you going to make your dad proud this week going with the Steelers again?
Steelers.
All right, let's move on to the next game. 49ers versus the Rams. We see here that big Alexis Hill couldn't even wait for us to put that game on the screen before he chose the Rams, so he go with the Rams. Coaches, who you got?
The Rams 49ers need this one. Rams playing.
The Rams need it too because they're trying to win the division.
I don't think they're going to catch Arizona. I'm going to go with the Niners.
All right. I'm going to go with the Rams because there's still uncertainty about who's going to be the starting quarterback for the 49ers. And the Rams have a lot to play for, plus they're at home. So give me the Rams. Who you got, Armani?
I'm going to say the Rams. We don't really know what – I think Trey Lance probably going to start, but we don't know what we really – this moment might be a little bit too big for him right now. So I'm going to go with the Rams.
Red, who you got?
You know who I don't got? Y'all forgot about my Kyle Hayes. That's still I'm never going – I'm Team Rams, OBJ. Only thing that worries me about the Rams is these pick sixes that Stafford been having these last few weeks. But if Stafford can cut down his mistakes, I'm Team Rams all the way through the playoffs.
It's going to be real Matt Ryan-ish.
I know. Oh my God, is he? He really he's the better Matt Ryan. That's what Stafford is. He's just a better version of Matt Ryan.
A stronger arm, Matt Ryan.
Yeah, exactly.
Coaches on you, Seahawks versus Cardinals. Who you got?
Cardinals.
And Coach goes with the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Cardinals as well. They showed me something going into Dallas last week and beating the Dallas Cowboys, and I think they'll win at home against the Seahawks. Who you got, Armani?
Cardinals.
All right.
Listen up out of there.
Who you got?
It's unanimous. It's over in Seattle for Sierra and Russ. They moving they show. They taking their talents to another city next year. So not Cardinals.
On to the next game. Titans versus Texans. I'm going for the upset. Give me the Texans. I'm going for the Texans simply because if the Texans win and the Chiefs win. My Chiefs get first place in
A
the
little
NFC.
biasness going around, huh?
Yeah, I know I probably won't even come close to winning the pick'ems. So I got a little room because Red is already paying for Longhorns. So I can step out there and make this pick. So I'm going with the Houston Texans. Who you got, Armani?
Titans. I mean, they're trying to secure it. They're trying to secure the number. Everybody's fighting for positioning right now. Everybody wants that number one spot. So Titans, and then like Julio and AJ playing. So Titans. No, huh? What you say, Red?
Huh?
Who you got, Red?
Yeah, I'm going with Titans. And it don't matter if Julio AJ playing because you know who will be playing. Or if he ain't playing this game, he'll be back when the playoffs start. The boy is on his way back, baby. The Titans finna get this. Well, anyway, Titans finna get this number one seed. Yeah, that's where he went. Titans finna get this number one seed. Real finna start to worry because the Titans are a formidable adversary. And the Titans ain't finna beat the Texans, even though this might be our first Texans pick the whole year. Has anybody picked the Texans to win anything this year?
So you going with who?
I'm going with Titans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach, who you got?
Titans. I know Texans just playing for see their new head coach gonna be problem. That's all.
All right, last game to round it out. Chargers versus Raiders.
Here we go, baby.
Armani, who you got?
Man, why you have to start with me? Raiders, they ain't do me bad last week. Man, this is hard. They at the Raiders. But man, Justin Herbert is a beast. Give me the Chargers.
All right, Red, who you got?
Raiders, baby. At home, Derek Carr. They finna do this. They finna clinch this playoff spot. I mean, it's the easiest thing you can do. Win and you in. That's what you love to hear in sports. Well, Derek Carr, Raiders, you got a home game, win, and you in. And that's what you're going to do. Chargers, they so inconsistent and up and down. They kicked butt last week, which means they're going to lose this week.
Go.
Man, this game, the way the fortune for the Steelers going, they don't end up in a tie. They're going to tie each other's watch.
I think he said they'll end up in a tie.
Yeah. All right, Coach got the Chargers. Red has the Raiders. And Armani has the Chargers. And
Come on, Real.
In the Raiders category, I'm going with the Raiders to defend home field advantage. So give me the Raiders.
That's right, baby.
They're trying to look good for Khaki Pants. So that's where he going.
Oh, that what they talking about? Khaki Pan going?
Yeah,
okay, I can see that.
There's a lot of talk that he may go to the Raiders, and then there's also some talk that he might go to Chicago, where he used to.
I can see Chicago.
Hey, yeah. I mean, either place, he got quarterbacks he can work with. So I can see either place, to be honest with you.
More so Chicago got a defense.
Yeah, and he got a younger guy. See, he could groom Fields the way he want Fields to play because Fields is in his second year. Carr got a little more experience. They may have a little back and forth, but Fields will listen to every word he say.
Yeah, I think if I had the choice, I would go Chicago because he has a lot more latitude with Fields, and he won't have to worry about Carr, who's a veteran, who is still proven to say that he's relevant. So if I'm Harbaugh can do more with Fields, and then he'll get.
I like that. I really like him to go to Chicago. I do.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's gonna be the hire right there. Now that we all talked about it out loud, I see Chicago going after Jimmy because that would be the logical choice. And he played there too. He used to play there.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
he
was a quarterback.
He probably going to Chicago. Yeah, I didn't know that.
All right, gentlemen, we're going to conclude the show with You Have the Right. This is the part of the show where we tell what team, player, what organization has the right to do what, when, where, and how. Who wants at it first? Who has the right to do what?
MLB, you had the right to keep striking because I'm afraid once the strike is over with, my Braves going to deliver some bad news and not bring Freddie Freeman back. So keep striking to avoid this bad news as long as we can. Shit, I already have signed him, but I'm hoping I'm wrong, but oh man, this is gonna drive me crazy. This Freddie Freeman saga. But Braves, you got the right to make it right. How about that? Braves, you got the right to make this Freddie Freeman situation right as soon as this strike is over with. Because I just can't see us getting our World Series rings without him on that field to get his too. And dog it, you better bring him back.
All right. Who has the right to do what, when, where, and how?
Trevor Lawrence, you had the right to show why you were the #1 pick in the draft and have the game that you used to have, like you were in Clemson, and pull out a win for the Jaguars to help them have a great season.
Coach, are you semi-rooting for the Jaguars because that's your only hope for the Steelers getting in the playoffs?
That's pretty much where we're going. That's where we're going.
All right, Armani, who has the right to do what, when, where, how?
Man. Ja'Cory Brooks, you have a right to go ahead and just slice and dice, man. You 6'2", really 6'3", 190. Man, I believe in you. You know, everybody's all screaming, oh, Mechie's gone. We don't have nobody. Hey, be that guy. Be that guy right beside Jamison Williams. I believe in you. You might be the second coming of Julio because you're tall and you got strong. So do your thing, man.
I knew they had another guy.
And Kirby Smart, Stetson Bennett, and the UGA defense, you have the right to bring Georgia its first national championship since 1980. Kirby, this is your moment.
20 years.
Your season. This is your championship. All you got to do is go get it. And no better way to get it than beating your former boss, the one who used to curse you out in the coaches meeting, Nick Saban. Go get it, Kirby. Go get it, Stetson. Don't do too much. Defense, show yourself mighty, show yourself strong, and bring the chip to the red clay state of Georgia, where I got Georgia on my mind, even though I'm in Pennsylvania. Let's go, UGA.
Don't have me wasting an off day now. Okay, I like when I take days off. I like to have them mean something. I want to go back to work mad.
All right, everybody, we're about to close this thing. Let's see if Reverend Night Nation had some. You have the rights, real quickly. Yeah, khaki pants was number 4 in Chicago. Hawks have the right to play some defense.
Man, we one of the worst in the league. We like Hawks defense is bad. Oh, it's bad.
Alabama, your offensive line has the right to protect your jewel back there. Looking forward to Monday night. The president, Georgia Bulldogs, you have the right to get the proverbial monkey off your back. I go back to the days when Rev and I was singing and acting in Tyson. Wow, that's a reference I haven't heard in a long time. It's next time right now. I like that. Alabama has the right to win another championship. Sister Harris, you might have to find another place to lay your head tonight. We're moving on to the next person.
Oh, I know you.
Bruce Arian and the Bucks have the right to let AD
I can get you, Sister Harris.
They did that.
What word, Miss Williams? That's the Bucks in the NBA. Bucks for the football is BUCS.
Well, she's okay, man. We know what I'm talking about. On my way to the Bear Hand Porcupine tossing contest in Lick Skillet, Texas. Be safe out there. That sound like a truck.
At least he picked a city that exists.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching episode 219, and Armani's getting some love from one's mother right here.
I'll get you, Miss Harris. I'll come get you. I'll come get you.
Miss Harris go up to Alabama?
Yeah, because my late sister, got her doctorate from Alabama.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand, Miss Harris.
Quarterback. That's why.
All right, Miss Harris, I understand, my love.
All right, take it easy, everybody. Thank y'all for watching episode 219. We're out here.
Love you, Miss Williams.